Hello everyone, Rhiannon here. We're celebrating Women's History Month here at the Devil's Porridge this March, and we've devised a little activity for you. We're going to learn a little bit about the women who worked with HM Factory Gretna during the First World War, finding out what they did and what they wore. For this activity, you will need a printer, colouring pens, pencils or crayons, and some scissors. You need to go to our website and download our Gretna Girl paper doll, print her out, and then come back to this video. Your printout has 6 pages. On the first is our Gretna Girl paper doll. On the other pages, you will notice sets of clothing labelled numbers 1 to 5. These numbers correspond to the different outfits as we go through. And we're going to tell you the story of the women at the factory as we go through this video. Pause the video here and colour in your Gretna Girl on the first page of your activity pack. When you finish colouring her, cut her out and then press the play button when you're ready. Maud Bruce moved from her home in County Durham to work at HM Factory Gretna during the First World War. She worked in the factory as a munitions worker. All the munitions workers at Gretna had to wear a uniform during the day. It consisted of a white undershirt, an olive green tunic with a leather belt worn at the waist, crop trousers, black socks, and stout, sensible shoes. Maud has her hair up and wears a cap. The girls were not allowed to wear jewellery like earrings and rings or even hairpins. They were worried that these could create sparks, which would trigger an explosion caused by the dangerous materials Maud works with every day. This uniform is outfit number 1 on the second page of your activity sheet. Pause the video, colour it in, cut it out, and dress your Gretna Girl in her uniform. You'll notice that each item of clothing has little tags. Fold these over at the point where they meet the clothing. These will make little hooks to hold the clothes on the doll. But don't worry if you find this a little fiddly. You can just lie her clothes on top of her. When you've finished, press play on the video again. Munitions workers, like Maud, were not the only women working in the factory. Maud's friend Elizabeth worked in the kitchens. Maud sometimes goes to see Elizabeth at lunchtime when the workers take a break and go for their meals. Elizabeth's uniform is quite different from Maud's. They both wear white caps, but Elizabeth doesn't wear trousers. She wears a white shirt, long skirt, and an apron to protect it from stains when she's working. Elizabeth's clothes are on page 3. Pause the video, colour them in, cut them out, and change your Gretna Girl into her second outfit, like our example here. When you've finished, you can press play again. After lunch, Maud returns to work on the factory floor. It is a dangerous job and accidents can happen. As Maud is working, the girl working near her injures her hand and has to go and see one of the nurses who works in the factory. There was even at least one female doctor who worked at HM Factory Gretna. Nurses had a different uniform, so they were easily recognisable. They wore a long blue-grey dress with an apron, a belt, and a long muslin cap, which looked very different to the caps worn by the munitions workers and kitchen staff. The nurse's uniform is number 3 in your activity pack. Pause the video again, colour in the outfit, cut it out, and change your Gretna Girl into her new clothes. When you've finished, you can press play again. She should look something like our example here. When Maud finishes work and heads home for the day, she has to walk past the factory's female police force. These policewomen were part of the largest female police force in Britain at the time. The policewomen searched all workers going in and out of the factory to make sure they did not bring in anything that could cause an explosion and to stop them from taking any factory property away with them. Mabel Farrer was one of the policewomen who worked at Gretna. She would have worn a long dark blue skirt, a long dark blue jacket over a white shirt with a dark tie, black boots, and a dark hat with a wide brim. Mabel lets Maud out of the factory with no problems, so Maud can continue on her way. Mabel's uniform is outfit number 4. Pause the video, colour it in, cut it out, and swap your doll into her new clothes. and then press play again to find out where Maud goes next. Maud lives in one of the brick-built Gretna hostels near the factory. Each hostel has a matron and a cook to make sure the women are looked after and properly fed. The buildings were named after famous people like Wellington, Kitchener, and Wolfe. Maud did not have to stay in her hostel all the time when she wasn't at work, however. There were regular dances and even a cinema. Sometimes Maud likes to go to the purpose-built gym with her friends to exercise. At the gym, Maud wears a dark-coloured pinafore over a white long-sleeved shirt with dark tights and flexible gym shoes. This is outfit number 5. Press pause, colour the clothes, dress your doll, and press play when you're ready to move on. Congratulations, you've completed the Gretna Girl Challenge. The women of HM Factory Gretna wore all kinds of different clothes, and these clothes help to tell their story and the story of Gretna. Hopefully you feel you have learned all about the different kinds of work women did at the factory, which was so crucial to the national war effort during World War I. Have a think about these questions. If you had to work at HM Factory Gretna, which job would you have liked? Which was your favourite outfit and why? Send us a picture of your favourite Gretna girl in your favourite outfit. You can ask your parents to share these details with us on social media under the hashtag Devil's Porridge Challenge or simply tag @devilsporridge. Alternatively, you can ask them to email us at rhiannon@devilsporridge.org.uk and we will add it to our social media pages for you. Please include your first name, your hometown and age, but please do not include yourself in the photograph. Thanks everyone for joining me. I hope you had fun. Goodbye.